Find without using a calculator the exact value of each of the following. Important, exact value. So for A, all of these questions are going to have a number of steps. So A, tan of 150 degrees. Step 1, cast diagram to find out where we are lying. So cast. Okay, 150, this is 0, this is 180, this is 360, which means the tan of 150 is in my second quadrant. I need to write tan 150 in terms of 180 minus something. So it's going to be, this equals the tan of 180 degrees. So 180 minus what will give us 150? 180 minus 30 degrees. Okay, now I'm going to say, if I have tan of 180 minus 30, this small, it will be exactly the same as if 30 was there. So it will be the same as the tan of 30. The only difference is the sign. And in my second quadrant, tan is negative because it's only positive in the third and the first. So it will be minus the tan of 30. So you have to have the cast diagram. Now you have to have a 30-60 degree triangle. This is 30, this is 60, this is 1, 2, square root 3. And I'm going to say negative. The tan is opposite of hypotenuse, 1 over square root 3. Multiply by square root 3 over square root 3 to rationalize the denominator. 1 times square root 3 is square root 3. Square root 3 times square root 3 is 3. So it's negative square root 3 over 3. Okay. The sine of 330 degrees. The sine of 330 degrees. First step is your cast. Cast 0, 180, 360. So 330 is just before you get to 360. Okay, so we need to know what is that angle. We always work from the x-axis if we can help it. So we will say that the sine of 330 is the sine of 360 degrees. Take away 30 degrees. That will take us to the sine of 330. Now I'm going to cast. Okay, and I'm going to say the sine of something stays the sine of 30 degrees. In my fourth quadrant, sine is negative, so it will be the same as minus sine 30. I now will draw my cast diagram. 30, 60, 1, 2, square root 3, negative. The sine of 30, sine is opposite of hypotenuse, so that equals negative a half. Okay. C, the cos of 3 pi over 4, and what I will do, so I'll write down D as well. D is the tan of 7 pi over 6. I'm going to move this up so you might lose the question, but I need space to work. Okay, so what we're going to do for those two, every time exactly the same thing. We're going to start off with my cast diagram. I'm working in pi's because there's no degrees. Okay, so this is 0, this is pi, this is 2 pi. They say 3 pi over 4. Now the hint here is, if they give you a fraction, write pi as the same fraction. So pi, which is 1, with the denominator of 4 is the same as 4 pi over 4. Right, so pi is 4 pi over 4, which is 1 pi. Where's 3 pi over 4? Well, 3 pi over 4 will be just, if I start there, it will just be in front of that. So to get to that place, I'm going to say this is the same as the cos of 4 pi over 4, which is pi, take away, and if I take away 1 pi over 4, I will get exactly the same value. That's 3 pi over 4. this equals cast cos of my reference angle, which is pi over 4. Remember, this sign doesn't say anything, it just tells us where it is. The cos of pi over 4 is in my second quadrant. In my second quadrant, cos is negative. It's only sign it's positive. So this equals minus. Now the cos of pi over 4, special triangle. Pi over 4 is 45, which means pi over 4 is 1 square root 2. Cos is closest adjacent over hypotenuse, so it's 1 over square root 2. I need to multiply by square root 2 over 2 to rationalize my denominator. I'm going to get negative. 1 times 2 is square root 2. Square root 2 times square root 2 equals 2. So that's my answer. It's the same steps over and over and over again. Tan of 7 pi over 6. First thing is cast. Okay, 0, pi, 2 pi. Where's 7 pi over 6? They give me a fraction. If they give me a fraction, I'm going to write pi as a base 6, which denominator 6, which means it's 6 pi over 6 is 1 pi. So where's 7 pi over 6? It's a little bit further on. It's from there to there. So how can I write this angle then? I can say 7 pi over 6 is the tan of, I'm just going to write a little bit then, it's going to be the tan of 6 pi over 6, which is pi, going in the positive direction, add, and to get from 6 pi to 6 to 7 pi over 6, I need 1 pi over 6 to get there. Okay, so that is what it is. I'm going to cast. Okay, my reference angle is pi over 6, that's the small angle. So I can say the tan of pi plus pi over 6 is exactly the same as tan of pi over 6. Only thing is my sign. In my third quadrant, tan is positive. So the tan of 7 pi over 6 will be exactly the same as tan of pi over 6. Pi over 6 special triangle. That is pi over 6. Pi over 3, special triangle, 1, 2, square root 3. So you have to show that every time. The tan is opposite over hypotenuse. That's pi over 6, 1 over square root 3. Rationalize by multiplying by square root 3 over square root 3. That will give us 1 times square root 3 is square root 3 divided by square root 3 times square root 3 is 3. You need to do quite a bit of these if you want to master it.